Hey Internet, it's Dmitry, senior software photographer, and I just returned from my business trip to the US. And of course I took with me a bunch of film and my medium format camera. But I pushed my film through the scanner. So I know that I could have asked for a hand check, and there are signs all over the place in the airport that you can ask for a hand check if your film is higher than 800 ISO, but I didn't. I didn't do it on purpose, because I really wanted to see if it's that bad to have like pushing film through the scanner. And actually, some rolls of film got 4 scans because I've flown from Hamburg to Frankfurt, then to San Francisco, then to New York, then I drove by bus to Philadelphia, and from Philadelphia to San Francisco, then from San Francisco to Munich, and from Munich back to Hamburg. So of course, keeping in mind that when there is a connection you don't go through the scanner twice, so it was 4 scans in total. So some rolls I left in my room in San Francisco, so those rolls got only 2 scans. Some rolls I took with me to New York and Philadelphia, so they got 4 scans, and some rolls got only 1 scan because I bought them in San Francisco. So what did I take? I took 2 rolls of KODAK EKTAR, 1 roll of KODAK Triax 400, 3 rolls of HP5, and I pushed 1 roll to 1600. I took also 1 roll of CINESTILL that I pushed 2 stops, and then I also took a roll of Fuji 400H. So what did I buy in San Francisco? I bought PORTRA 160, and I also bought a Fuji 160. I also actually took with me an expired roll of EKTAR 200, but there's gonna be an episode on that roll. I messed up badly and I didn't shoot any pictures with it, but basically keep in mind that that roll got 2 scans of X-ray, and God knows how many more, because I mean it is like a film I bought on eBay and I don't know any background of that film, but just keep that in mind. I will start from like a lower ISO, and I will also add slides how much of an X-ray that specific roll has gotten, and then it's up to you to decide whether you see X-ray damage on their pictures or not. It's basically 10 rolls of film in total, so 120 pictures. I won't be showing all of them. I will show just like a set of them, but not because there is something that is kind of really damaged by X-ray and I want to hide and cheat on you, but no, it's just because it's like a lot, and some of them are personal. So. So, as you might have noticed, there is some kind of fogging going on Fuji 400 and HP5 400. That is from Philadelphia. I'm actually not quite sure that this is the damage from the X-ray, because damage from X-ray is very prominent and it looks quite different. You can Google it and it's like waves across the film. I'm more like on the side that this is, let's say, sun reflection that just went through my lens, because interestingly enough, it's going on mostly in Philadelphia, which kind of, it was like only one day there, so weather conditions were pretty much the same throughout the day. So let's say keep that on the back of your head, but I wouldn't advise you to bring 400 on the trip if you plan to go more than twice through the scanner. So also, as you could see, 4 scans didn't affect EKTAR in any way. So KODAK EKTAR just withstand all 4 scans like really well. So there is nothing I can let's say refer as X-ray damage or any damage at all. And then it looks like that you can safely take HP5 through 2 scans and then push it to 1600. And you're also pretty safe with CINESTILL, which is actually quite surprising. So you can take this film with you through 2 scans and then push it 2 stops and still get images without any kind of damage. So what could be the message here? I think that in future there will be less and less people in the airport security familiar with film, and I think that they will become just more and more strict with those rules, and I think that they will eventually force all the film go through the scanner, no matter of ISO, or for example they would say, okay, this roll is like 1600, so we hand check this roll, but everything else goes through the scanner. So guys, the message here is, don't be afraid. If you go on a trip, take a slower film. Try not to expose it to the scanner like on every occasion. If you have a possibility to keep, let's say, a film somewhere while you're traveling further away, do so, as I did. I kept my film in a hotel room in San Francisco while flying to New York and Philadelphia. But in general, don't be afraid. It looks like it doesn't really affect film that much. So of course X-ray damage tend to build up, so it's not like you go through the scanner and then after a week it just disappears. No, it is there forever, but we are taking our film with us to shoot it. So take your film with you, shoot it, and don't be afraid and experiment. And if you don't trust me, just take a random roll on your next trip, push it through the scanner, do like random number of shots, see the results for yourself. But I mean, I took 120 images and I don't really see, I'm not convinced that any of those images has X-ray damage after 4 scans, guys. So with this, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching and I see you next time.